welcome to GuitarReferenceGuide.com. In today's lesson, I'm going to take you through the melody and the chords for the first part of Parisienne Walkways by the late, great Gary Moore. This is an amazing song for anyone learning how to play the guitar. If you're into lead guitar playing, it's very, very lyrical playing, very musical, a lot of bending, a lot of vibrato. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the first part of the melody. There's 3 different passes. I'm also going to take you through the chords in the second half of the video, plucking through it. This song is in the key of A minor, so I'd recommend you brushing up on your A minor scales before you take a stab at it. If you go to GuitarReferenceGuide.com, there's a PDF there of the diatonic scales and all the different positions for free, and there's also a PDF of the pentatonic scales there for free. I'm also going to have a PDF of everything we talk about today, both the melody and the chords, so you could use that as a reference when you're practicing. I've also created a jam track that you can play along with on my website, and that's totally free. So it's going to be really fun. This is a great song. I hope you enjoy it. So let's get started. Okay, now I'm going to break down the whole thing one lick at a time. They'll be more like phrases, a group of licks together. So I'm going to do the first one, then break it down. So here I'm at the 15th fret. I'm bending up a whole step and then giving a little vibrato at the top. Good way to test that is to go a whole step to 17. That's the note you're after. Little wiggle, release, 15, 13, 12, 14, 12, 10, 12, 13, we're bending up a whole step. Now this is all coming out of the A minor scale. That's where the majority of this is played. So this is like an Aeolian mode, so to speak. So that's phrase 1. Number 2, we're going to start from the same place. We're going to play a whole step from 13. So now I'm going 13 up a whole step, vibrato, 13, 12, 10, 12, 7, 9. Sometimes I play it like that. On the tab, it's going to be like this. 14, 12, 7, 9, vibrato. And then the last part of that lick is going to be 15, 13. So all together. Moving on. Now I like to do this. Now we're going to go 13, 12, 14, 12. Now this is going to be a hammer pull off, slide, 12, up a half step from 12 on the B string. Let's do that one again. So we're going to go. Another thing that I like to do over this lick is instead of playing it from 13, bending up to 13 and playing the lick from 12, bending up half step, then releasing to 12. Hammer pull off, slide, 12, vibrato, half step and release. And then we move to the 10th fret. We're going to bend up a whole step here. And here we're going to bend up from 10 to 12, whole step, release, 10, 9, 10, 9, 7, 5. And then it goes through that whole section again. But when it gets to the lick where we do the hammer pull off slide, it changes up here to transition into the next section. And that's the second ending when you look at the tab. So it will have bend up a half step, 9, 10. And that would complete the first section of all the licks. Now the next section, I'm going to do the same thing, one lick at a time. $14, $15, $12, $13. We go up a whole step twice, then release. Next lick, 12, 13, 15, 18, 17, a half step. Now we go to 15 and we bend up a whole step twice with some vibrato. Let's do that lick again. Now we're going to go to the 10th fret, and I'll play this one and break it down. So 10, 12, 13, 15 up a whole step with vibrato, 15 twice. Another thing I like to do is go like this. That works also well. So instead of going, and then playing that note, instead the 13th fret on the high E string, then 15. Then we're going to move to the high E string. We're going to go 4, 5, 7, 10. And then we're going to bend this up a whole step. One more time. 4, 5, 7, 10. We're coming back to, that's 8, up a whole step. Release, 8, 7. Now, for this is the bear of a lick. This lick is very, very difficult. I'm going to go through it really slow and then break it down. That's a hammer pull off. Hammer pull off, then 8 to 5. It's good to refer to the tab for this. There's so many notes. Pull off. Classic bend from the 7th fret up a whole step or a half step. So just get that down first. Then the next part, right after that lick, we're going to do the blues scale here. We're going from 8, 7, 5, and then back to 7, then back to 5 on the B string. So and then the last part of the lick is really quick. We're going to play 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 3. And that's the last lick of the melody from what we're playing up to. And then rapid fire. One more time. Okay, now I'm going to break down the rhythm guitar part. I'm going to do it 4 bars at a time. This is in 12/8 time, so you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So we have an A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. D minor 7, it's just barring those two, second finger, second fret, playing from the D string. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. D minor, 7 with a G in the bass, just put your third finger on the third fret of the low E string. We're going to skip the A and the D string. C major 7. Just 3 and 2 on the A and the D string. And that'll be the first 4 bars. Then we will go to an F major 7. And then we'll do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. B minor 7 flat 5. Third finger is going to be on the second fret of the A string, second finger, second fret of the, second finger, second fret of the A string, third finger, second fret of the G string, pinky, third fret of the B string, index finger, first fret of the high E string. To E7. Now you can play from the low E. Works great. You could also play from the C here, either one. And then back to A minor. And then it does the... Now, that's really what it starts with. It starts off with... You're basically playing 7th fret, which is the A note on the D string. Then you're playing the 7th fret on the A string. Then you're playing the 8th fret on the low E string. And that's what the song actually starts with. I should have started there. Okay, so the second time through, it does all the same stuff. And when it gets to the first ending, which is the B minor 7 flat 5, it's going to change up a little bit. It's going to do this. It's going to just play the, so we would go through all the same chords. After the F major 7, we would go B minor 7, flat 5. Then we're going to go, and then here we're going to just basically strum instead of plucking through it, the B minor 7. Then you're going to put your index finger on the first fret of the G string, and then we're going to strum an A chord, D with an A in the bass. So, second ending. And then we go to the next section of the song, which is going to be start all the same stuff. We have the D minor 7. D minor 7 with a G in it. C major 7. F major 7. So as you can see, this part's all the same so far. B minor 7 flat 5. E7. Now we go to an A minor. Now we go to a D minor 7, which is just the, you're going to play the 3rd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. And then we're going to move over to an A7. So if I play the last measure of this part, it would sound like this. Time. 7 with an A in the bass, playing from the A note. And then we would just cycle through that entire form and practice soloing over it. So hope you enjoyed this lesson.